A 14-year-old boy is trapped in the back of a police cruiser, and his next words will destroy a family. Is this strict discipline, or is a 300-pound man hunting a child inside his own home?
So when you said harm, what did you do to you?
This morning, he pulled me. I was really in the bed because I had sat down in the bed, and then he pulled me by both of my feet out, and then he literally slammed my head against the wall like maybe 2 times.
Dragged by his feet and choked until he couldn't breathe. In a house full of witnesses, the truth is about to get a lot more complicated.
Do you feel sick?
I wish I could live with my grandma.
Deputies arrived at the Ellis County home after a disturbing tip about a foster boy being broken down. Jabari wasn't just complaining about chores. He was describing a daily house of horrors.
So, we got called because there was allegations of you getting bullied inside the home and people picking on you and all that stuff. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on, because when the allegations comes in, they have to take it and look into it, right? So that's why he's here, and I'm here to make sure that there's not a crime that happened, all right? He's gonna ask you a few questions.
The violence wasn't a random explosion. It was a lingering grudge from a religious dispute the night before. Jabari was just trying to brush his teeth for school when the situation turned lethal.
So do you know what physical and emotional abuse means? What does that mean to you?
You're being harmed.
All right. So is that like by your mom, your sister? Who?
Him.
Who's him?
I call him Cousin Cooper, but y'all understand.
All right. So when you said harm, what did you do to you?
The uncle allegedly cornered the boy using his massive frame to intimidate a child half his size. The details of the assault are specific, graphic, and terrifying.
This morning, literally, he pulled me. I was really in the bed because I had sat down in the bed, and then he pulled me by both of my feet out, and then he literally slammed my head against the wall like maybe 2 times. I literally had a headache today, and then I'm trying to get out of it, trying to make him get off of me.
Jabari describes being hoisted onto a dresser, his feet dangling while a hand squeezed his throat. He claims he was fighting just to get a single breath of air.
So I'm yelling, literally, get off of me, because he has me up against the wall. And then he literally picked me up, put me on the dresser, and then had me against the wall, hand around my neck, choking.
And this is for no reason at all? Or?
Because, so yesterday, my auntie said that we told the church basically how she wearing her out. Basically, we don't really even.
But Jabari wasn't alone in that house. The deputy needs to know if the other adults were watching the abuse or joining in.
Your sisters and mom don't say anything?
Well, my auntie was the one I was talking to y'all, and my sister was back there in the room. And my auntie was yelling at me too for being disrespectful.
Your auntie, that's your foster.
Yeah.
Right?
So what did your sister say?
Nothing.
But did they hear or see what was going on?
No, I don't think none of them saw.
But they could hear it, right?
Deputy steps away to find a witness who isn't blinded by the disrespect narrative. He finds Jabari's older sister, whose testimony reveals a deeply fractured family dynamic.
Tell me about your father.
About my what?
Your father, your dad.
My father? I saw him for the first time in a while last summer. I talked to him a couple of times a year. Relationship's not bad.
Last year?
Our relationship's not bad, but I mean, it's almost non-existent.
Does he live around here?
No, he lives in Indiana.
The sister's voice trembles as she admits she heard the struggle through the bathroom walls. She describes the fear of living under a man who uses his size as a weapon.
Have you ever seen anyone in their room hit him?
Yes.
Who does that?
Both of them have.
When was the last time that happened?
I don't know if it happened this morning. I didn't see it, but it sounded like that.
You think it's happened this morning? Something happened?
I didn't see him.
You didn't see anything? Were you home?
Yes.
Did you hear anything?
She corroborates the uncle's verbal abuse, noting that he targets Jabari with a specific intensity. To her, watching her brother suffer feels like a betrayal of her role as a protector.
He calls him. I don't want to.
Listen,
I don't cuss in front of
what
adults.
you saying to me is between us.
He calls him a wimp all the time, which, I mean, we all pick on him for that, but we don't do it as excessively. And when my older cousin does it, it's serious. Like, he's seriously screaming at him.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel? Because you can't really do much because he's such a big guy. And
She explains that the fight started over something as simple as the boy waiting his turn for the bathroom. The uncle allegedly skipped the warning and went straight to screaming.
When I was in the bathroom, there's only one bathroom in the house, and Jamari was waiting, and then my cousin told him to get off from back there and go finish getting ready for school. Jamari was done getting ready for school, except he had to use the bathroom. And Jamari said he was done getting ready for school. And then that's when my cousin started screaming. Like, my auntie says he just has a very loud voice, that they both do, but no, he actually genuinely started screaming and cussing.
The stuff moving wasn't furniture. It was her brother's body hitting the drywall. She felt helpless to stop a man who weighed over 300 pounds.
And saying him to go find something else to do. And then I don't know if Jamari said anything back. I believe he did because that's how
he is. Yeah.
Jamari's just like that. And then my cousin came running out of the room, and that's when he started screaming at Jamari, and then they started screaming at each other.
The emotional testimony is strong, but the deputy needs the physical marks to make an arrest. He brings Jabari out to document the knots and scratches left behind.
Do you have any, like, bruises or something?
I literally had a headache this morning. I had to go to the nurse and there's a knot right here. Like, it might not be that visible, but if you feel it, you can see it. When I touch it, that's it.
Is that from you?
So you bust your head on the wall?
Yeah.
The deputy reviews the formal DCF report that triggered this entire investigation. The allegations suggest this house is a prison of food deprivation and physical torment.
Sure, just for his documentation, all right? Yeah. Sometimes you'll get, like, black and blue.
You don't feel anything anywhere inside your head? Go ahead and take that out.
Well, on here, right there, when I touch it, it hurts.
The deputies finally confront the man at the center of the storm, Terrence. Terrence immediately pivots, claiming the 14-year-old was the one who initiated the fight.
And Jamari swung at me. And Jamari actually swung at me more than once and he hit me twice. And I was restraining him. Yes, I did restrain him. I did not strike him. I restrained him.
The deputy tests Terrence's boundaries by asking about his own daughter's treatment. The cooperation ends the second the spotlight hits Terrence's personal life.
How about your daughter? Did you grab her too for being having bad grades and throw her on the couch?
That's not part of the situation. I'm not going to answer that.
It's part of the whole situation.
No, it's not.
Terrence's confidence evaporates as the deputy informs him his restraint was actually a crime. The disciplinarian is about to experience the system from the inside.
The rest of me is routine right now?
No, I'm talking about something.
All right, let's go.
What am I being arrested
you're
for?
being arrested for battery of a minor.
This is not the end. Speaking of hidden stories, you will see a woman carrying a child in a basket. To find out what happened, click the video on the screen now.